Hello my dear students, welcome back to your science class. So students, as we have completed our A part and B part in earlier video, so today we will complete our C part, that is short answer question, and D part, that is long answer question. I want every one of you watch the video carefully and pause the video while writing the answers. So do your work neatly. So let's start. We will do the back exercise question of chapter number 7, that is acids, bases and salts. So let's start. So yes students, I hope each one of you have opened page number 79 of your science book. So students, today we will complete our page number 79 and 78, that is we will complete part C and part D, right? That is short answer question and our long answer question. So let's read question number 1 of our short questions. So question 1 is, student, what is an acid base indicator? Now you have to tell what is an acid base indicator and you have to give example. So student, acid base indicator are special substances which are used to detect the acidity or basicity of other substances, right? So acid base conductor is that which is, it is a special substance, student, which is used to detect the acidity and basicity of other substances. The change in color of the indicator helps us in understanding which substances, like it helps in us understanding that is that substance is acidic in nature or it is basic in nature, right? For example, litmus papers are there. Litmus paper is a natural acid base indicator, right? Natural, it is used naturally. Question number 2, name one each of acidic bases and neutral substances. Now you have to give one example of each. So answer is acidic substances. Example, lemon juice is an acidic substance as it contains citric acid. Basic substances, baking soda is a basic in nature as it contains sodium bicarbonate. So you have to write the salts also, student, right? Neutral substances, right, which common salt is a neutral substances as it is made up of sodium chloride, right? Question number 3. What does question 3 say, students? What happens? So they say what happens when dilute sulfuric acid is added to zinc. Now what happens when dilute sulfuric acid is added to zinc? So zinc will react with dilute sulfuric acid. Obviously zinc will react with dilute sulfuric acid to form zinc sulfate salt and hydrogen gas, right? So the reaction is given below, right? When zinc is added to dilute sulfuric acid, it gives us, what does it gives us? Zinc sulfate salt plus hydrogen gas, right? So question number 4. Question 4 is, how can carbon dioxide be prepared from an acid? Now they ask us, how can we prepare carbon dioxide? How can a carbon dioxide can be prepared from an acid? So the reason is metal carbonates react with dilute acids to form salt, water and carbon dioxide gas. Thus, student, carbon dioxide can be prepared by reacting any metal carbonate with any dilute acid, right? Example is, and they also, I have also given you an reaction. When carbon dioxide gas is liberated when with the sodium bicarbonate and it reacted with dilute hydrochloric acid, then this reaction is formed, student. So question number 5. What does question 5 say, student? Give 2 examples each of strong acids and weak acids. Now you have to give example of 2 of each strong acid and a weak acid. So example of strong acid are sulfuric acid and nitric acids are very strong, student. Please remember this, that sulfuric acid and nitric acids are very strong, and the citric acid that is present in citric fruit, oranges, lemon, citric acid is there, and acetic acid, vinegar in vinegar there is acetic acid, that is weak acid. Because why that is weak? We take in, right? We intake that. So question number 6. Why does a base applied to your skin give relief from an ant bite? So you even have seen in this video, student, when ant bites and when we apply some base on that, right? So our we feel relaxed, we relieve ourselves, we get relief from an ant bite. So what is the reason behind that? So reason is that while biting, insects inject formic acid into the skin, right? So this causes irritation to the skin and sometimes result into rashes, right? So to get relief from this, a base like baking soda is applied over the bitten area. If any time, student, any bee bites you, you can apply baking soda on that, then you feel little bit relaxed, or literally you feel very much relaxed, right? As base neutralizes acid, the baking soda being a base will neutralize the injected formic acid, thereby reducing the irritation. So student, this is the reason that base should be applied to skin to get instant relief from an ant bite, right? We get instant relief, right? So I'm saying you little relief, very relief. So there the word will be instant relief. We get instant relief, right? So now that's all for the short answer questions. Now we move to our long answer questions, student. So what does the long question says? Give two main uses each of sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid and nitric acid. Now you have to give the two main uses of each. So if we talk about sulfuric acid, student, this is the formula of sulfuric acid, H2SO4. It is repeated 2 times, student. No need of writing it. I think it cannot be deleted now. It is written 2 times, students. I am telling you again, don't write it again. It is H2SO4, only 1 time, right? So the two uses are, it is used to manufacture fertilizers such as ammonium sulfate and superphosphate, and it is also used to manufacture detergents, paints, drugs, plastics, paper, etc. Right? Moving further, hydrochloric acid, HCl. The formula of hydrochloric acid is HCl. It is widely used in the oil factories to dissolve the rocks containing oil. It is also used to manufacture aqua regia. The aqua regia comprises of 3 parts of hydrochloric acid. 1 part of nitric acid. It is mainly used to dissolve noble metals such as gold and platinum. Right? If we talk about nitric acid, student, HNO3. See here again, it is repeated 2 times, student. I am unable to delete from here. I am saying you again, it is written 2 times, right? At the here also, student, H2SO4 is written 2 times. The formula of sulfuric acid is only H2SO4, not 2 times. Nitric acid is HNO3, not 2 times. Please correct this in your notebook, students, right? It is used to manufacture fertilizers such as ammonium nitrate. It is also used to manufacture explosives such as TNT, that is trinitrotoluenes, and nitroglycerine, right? So question number 2. What does question 2 says? What do you mean by a neutralization reaction? Now you have to explain neutralization reaction. How can a neutralization reaction can be used to prepare common salt? So the answer is, neutralization reaction is the process, student, in which an acid reacts with the base to produce salt and water while evolving a good amount of heat. In this reaction, both the acids and base loses their properties to produce a new substance which is neutral in nature. Like acid plus base gives us salt plus water with evaluation of heat. See here, student, it is repeated again. I don't know why this is repeating again and again, but it should be written only 1 time. Right, the preparation of common salt, that is sodium chloride, involves a neutralization reaction between hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide, that is a base. So the acid and base reacts to produce sodium chloride, that is, it gives us salt, water and heat, right? So the reaction is already given. So moving further, student, question number 3. What does question 3 say? Some acids are dangerous, others are not. Explain, giving examples. So they say that there are certain acid, students, that are dangerous, that are very dangerous. If we touch them, even our skin can be burnt. But there are certain acids which are not so much dangerous. So you have to explain this by giving example. So acids can be classified, students, into mineral acid and organic acid, right? There are mineral acids and there are organic acids. So most of the mineral acids are strong and corrosive in nature, right? They are extremely dangerous to handle. As I have told you, we cannot handle them. Strong acids can easily melt paper. They can easily melt the paper, wood, the wool and cloth if they come in contact with the skin, right? They cause severe burns too. They can even give severe burns, student, right? Since strong acids can corrode even metal like iron, aluminum, etc., they are stored in glass containers. Hence, we should be highly cautious while handling strong acids. See, student, here the word of strong is written incorrect. Please correct it. It is strong. I am unable to write T, student. Sign. Again, that same reason is coming. So example is hydrochloric acid. Strong acids are hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, sulfuric acids, etc. So now if we talk about the organic acids which are not too much dangerous, so that are naturally occurring weak acids, right? They are non-corrosive in nature and are safe to handle even in the concentrated states, right? Example, acetic acid present in vinegar, that is present in vinegar, it is not too strong. Lactic acid that is present in milk, we drink that, that is acid, we take that, right? So citric acid that is present in citrus fruit, etc. So moving further, question number 4. What does question 4 say, students? What are bases? Now you have to tell what do you mean by bases, and you have to tell their physical properties, right? So bases are substances, students, that have a soapy feel and bitter taste. That is soapy to touch and are bitter in taste. Bases helps in neutralizing the acidity by forming salt and water, right? So the some of the properties are listed below, like they are, most of the bases are metal hydroxide, they are bitter in taste, they are soapy in touch, they turn red litmus blue, their reaction with acids gives salt and water, right? These are the properties, some basic properties. Moving further, question number 5. What does question 5 says? So question 5 is, give two main uses each of calcium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide. Now you have to give the two main uses of each. So if we talk about calcium hydroxide, so calcium hydroxide is, student, it is used to whitewashing building. When we do whitewashing, so calcium hydroxide is used there, construction purpose, right? It is also used to neutralize the acidity of soil also. It is also used to neutralize the acidity of soil. So B, if we talk about ammonium hydroxide, students, so ammonium hydroxide is widely used to produce fertilizers like ammonium nitrate. It is also used to produce nylons, plastic, dyes, etc. Right? If we talk about sodium hydroxide, NaOH, sodium hydroxide, formula of sodium hydroxide is NaOH. So it is extensively used in the production of soaps. It is used to produce various medicines, rayon and paper and etc. Right? Moving further, question number 6. What does question 6 says? Question 6 is, state two methods by which salts can be prepared. Now you have to tell the two methods, students, by which salts can be prepared. Give one example of each. So salts which are neutral substances can be prepared from the following method. So salts can be prepared by neutralization reaction, right? So it is the reaction, student, between acid and a base. We know that it produces salt, water and heat. Like hydrochloric acid reacts with sodium hydroxide to produce sodium chloride. The reaction is given below. If we talk about the reaction of metals with acids, so if the reaction is between metals, if the reaction is between acids, so the metal reacts with acids to replace hydrogen from the acids, thereby producing salts and liberating hydrogen gas. So the reaction is provided here, right? Moving further, question number 7. Now question 7 says, student, what is a soap? How can you make soap in the laboratory? Now you have to tell what do you mean by soap, and you have to tell how can you make soap in the laboratory. So there are materials given in below, student. How can we prepare soap? So first of all, we will define what is soap. So soap is a sodium salt of acids which is known as salt. Soap is prepared by boiling vegetable oil or fats from animal along with sodium hydroxide, right? How can we prepare them? We need 20 ml of castor oil. We can also use coconut oil or any oil, right? Half teaspoon of sodium hydroxide petals. We need this. 1 teaspoon of common salt and glass rod for stirring. For the stirring process, we need a glass rod. So procedure is that, student, take 220 ml castor oil. Take the oil, 20 ml oil in a beaker. Mix half teaspoon of sodium hydroxide petals with about 20 ml of water to prepare the sodium hydroxide solution. Now mix the oil with the sodium hydroxide solution. So what will we get? Then we have to heat the mixture and allow it to boil for 5 to 10 minutes, right? Constantly stirring it, the glass. We have to stir it constantly. So the oil will react with the sodium hydroxide to form soap and glycerine. So this is the reaction. Oil plus sodium hydroxide gives soap plus glycerine oil plus sodium hydroxide, and this is repeated again, student, right? So if we talk about its what are the main processes, like the soap formed can be separated from the mixture by adding a teaspoon of common salt in the beaker. After cooling, the solid soap gets separated from the mixture by floating on the top. Thus a soap is prepared in the laboratory. So this is the process. Here student, I'm repeating it again, it is repeated again, right? See here, oil plus sodium hydroxide, oil plus sodium hydroxide gives us soap plus glycerine. No need of writing it again. From here you have to cut this line. It is repeated 2 times. Please, I don't know what is the problem in this system. It is repeated 2 times. No need of writing it again. I think you all are mature enough that you understand that it is repeated again, right? So question number 8. What does question 8? Question 8 is our last question. Yes. Question is our last. So what are salts named? Give 2 examples. Now you have to tell the 2 examples of salts, right? So the name of a salt is derived on the basis of reactants involved in its preparation. So student, the name of a salt is derived on the basis of the reactants involved in its preparation. So the salts are named after the metal supplied by the base and the radical supplied by the acid, right? So they have asked us for the 2 examples, right? 2 examples. So example, see here, we have to give 2 examples. So example 1 is about sodium chloride is formed from hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide. The name sodium is supplied by the metal of the sodium hydroxide, and the name chloride is supplied by the acid, which is negative radical, right? So the example 2 is ammonium sulfate, student, and ammonium sulfate is also formed from sulfuric acid and ammonium hydroxide. So the name ammonium is supplied by the ammonium radical of the base, while the name sulfate is supplied by the negative radical of sulfuric acid. This is the reaction given below. So okay, it is repeat. See here, I think there is some kind of a problem in my laptop. Maybe the things are repeated again. So these are 2 same examples, student. No need of writing that. It is repeated again. So example number 1 and example number 2. One example is of sodium chloride and second is of ammonium sulfate. Till H2O, our answer will be completed, right? So with this, we have completed our C part and our D part of our chapter acid, bases and salts. Right, students? So that's all. Thank you. I hope, students, each one of you have written the answers neatly in your science notebooks. Click the picture and send it to me. Till then, take care, stay safe, stay home. Thank you.